Welcome everyone to another episode of Total Extreme Wrestling 2020. I'm booking WWF 2001 during the invasion. This is Sunday Night Heat for week 1 of August in 2001. You might notice something different as I go through this episode. What I'm doing is taking a lot of the guys that appear on Sunday Night Heat, but not Raw or SmackDown so much, and I'm kind of making their own rivalries, which I started to do and then started to move away from. But if like I realized William Regal's popularity went up because of him and his rivalry with Billy when he teamed with Ivory against Billy Kidman and Tori Wilson. So I figure, the only way I'm going to get these guys ready for Raw and SmackDown, the shows that actually matter, is if I put them in rivalries on Heat. Um, so you are going to see a lot of that. Um, so let's run the show. Let's see how things go. I'm just double checking the card, making sure I didn't use anyone twice. I don't think I did. So yeah, let's run the show and let's see how it goes. If it doesn't go too well, it is Sunday Night Heat. That's why most of these guys are on the shows or on this show. In an abysmal pre-show match, Spanky defeated Damager by pinfall with the sliced bread number 2. This got a 20. In an abysmal pre-show match, Randy Orton defeated Slash by pinfall with an Ozone. Um, Randy Orton completely phoned in his performance. This got a 19. In an abysmal match, David Flair defeated AJ Styles by pinfall. And this got a 14. This should have been the pre-show match. So Easy Money and Lash LaRue are backstage. They start brawling. They have to be pulled apart. This got a 6. Um, Basically, Lash LaRue is a cruiserweight from WCW. Easy Money is still considered a cruiserweight, although he looks muscular in that photo. Um, at least I think he looks muscular in that photo. Obviously representing ECW. So this is going to build up to a match between the two later on. You guys, like I said, you're going to see a lot of live storylines starting tonight. Evan Courageous attacks Spanky backstage, leaving him down and out. This got a 13. So Bruiser Mastino is backstage, and Bruiser goes, "Hey, cameraman, you got your camera on me? Are you ready to do your job? You could do worse things like wearing a horse head to keep your career alive. Why had to deal with shit like that? I was sick of the guys given opportunities based on their name because of what their daddy has done. I didn't have a grandfather or father to help me get in this business, so I don't get the same praise that someone like Randy Orton does. The fact that your daddy has done great things means nothing to me. It makes me sick. That is the only reason you get better opportunities than I do. The matchmaker doesn't want to give me time to show what I could do. That's fine, because I'll just take it by making examples around here. And you, privileged boy, will be my first. Cameraman, now you can shut this off. You know how to do that?" And then Bruce Mastino walks away as the camera turns off and cuts to other action. To be honest, I was kind of going for an Eddie Kingston type of attitude with Bruiser Mastino. I mean, and when I say, for those who don't know, Bruiser Mastino was Mantor in 1995. That's why I brought up the horse head. Um, but Bruiser Mastino's kind of a wild card in terms of the invasion because he's worked for all three. He's worked for WCW, WWF, and ECW. So I'm not really sure where to put him. Maybe hate WWF and join WCW or ECW because he was forced to wear a horse head in WWF. So anyway, this got 15. In an abysmal match, Nick Reno defeated Nick Dinsmore by pinfall. This got 20. So Bull Buchanan attacks Tommy Dreamer backstage, leaving him down and out. This got an 18. D'Lo Brown comes to the ring with the microphone. And D'Lo goes, guys, there's an issue backstage. I believe there's an ECW guy who is pretending to be a WWF guy. So I'm calling out Spike Dudley to meet me in this ring now because I want to know for sure. So Spike Dudley comes to the ring with a confused look on his face like, what's this all about? Why do you think I'm a ECW guy pretending to be a WWF guy? And Spike goes, D'Lo, what makes you think I'm secretly working for ECW? And D'Lo goes, because when Paul Heyman reformed ECW, your brothers could not wait to join ECW. And everyone knows you came from ECW just like they did. So why should anyone believe you're part of Team WWF? And Spike goes, you said one thing that is accurate, which is before I came to WWF, I did find work in ECW. But if you paid attention to what happened before the invasion, you would know I was against my brothers instead of aligned with them because they wanted me to dump my girlfriend Molly. And when I said I wouldn't, they stopped watching my back. Did you miss all that when these events played out? And D'Lo goes, I am out here to warn you that I don't trust you. I don't believe you. And if it turns out that you are secretly planning to jump to ECW, you won't have to worry about your brothers. You will have to worry about what I do to you. And Spike goes, you talk a big game, but if you want to fight, I'm not going to back down from a fight. And D'Lo goes, trust me, you will be in for a fight if I find you are misleading everyone here. And then D'Lo just leaves the ring, and Spike's like, you want to fight this out? I'm ready. But D'Lo Brown, he's not interested in fighting a WWF guy, but he's does not trust Spike Dudley. Is all for WWF against his brothers. Although, if you do remember this, I do remember one Monday Night Raw before the invasion actually kicked off in real life. It was like the Dudley Boys and Stone Cold, I think, against Spike Dudley, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit. So, um, yeah. So, anyway, that started D'Lo Brown, Spike Dudley storyline. D'Lo benefited from having a hot catchphrase, and Molly helped Spike during the segment. This guy 21. So Yang is walking backstage when he comes across Funaki, and Yang goes, Hey, Shosan, I haven't had a chance to introduce myself to you, but I am Yang. I realize despite being a great Japanese wrestler like myself, that WWF has not used you to your full potential. Why don't you come over to WCW where we could team up and get both of our names more recognition? Don't answer me right now, but realize I am offering a situation that would be beneficial for both of us. Just think about it and give me your answer next week. This guy's 17. Then the main event, in a terrible match, Aguila defeated Jamie Noble by pinfall while using the ropes for leverage. This guy to 22. So, what was the final grade for Heat? 20. Not bad for Heat, like I said. A bunch of new guys or a bunch of unpopular guys being put in storylines with each other. And if the storylines are consistent and play out every week, then they will gain popularity, just like William Regal did. He was well known when this started. Now he's a star. So that was why it was so heavy on those guys. But Randy Orton, maybe the Bruiser Mastino thing is one that won't play out, especially if Randy Orton is going to phone in his performances. So there were drug test fees. Wonderful. There were a couple incidents backstage. Jim Cornette was given a stern warning for bringing friends backstage. Nothing happened. Nothing noteworthy resulted from it. Tatanka was being a jerk backstage and threw a punch at Triple H. Triple H beat him up, and Tatanka was suspended for it. Tatanka and Triple H were both happy with the suspension. So, yeah, that was Sunday Night Heat. The next show will be SmackDown for Week 1. Keep in mind, I'm not going to have Stone Cold Steve Austin until at least the SmackDown taping of Week 3, because there's no reason to use even though I could technically use him on Heat, I don't know if he has that in his contract. I did give Stone Cold time off after Raw in the last episode. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and especially the new direction I'm going with Sunday Night Heat. Um, so subscribe if you did, and until next time, see ya.